Hello guys, in 11th standard we learned the branches of psychology. There is one focused branch is cognitive psychology which is related to ability to acquire information. It deals with human perception, thinking, learning and many more cognitive processes. Without these cognitive processes we can get lot of problem to understanding everything. Our fourth chapter's name is Cognitive Processes. In this chapter, we will learn some important cognitive processes like attention, perception, thinking, and learning. Students, we have some learning objectives for you. Students should to define an understanding of the meaning of attention, perception, thinking, and learning. Students should to analyze the various aspects of attention. Students should to illustrate an understanding of the phenomenon associated with perception and explain each in detail. To analyze and explain the various stages in the process of problem solving and creative thinking. Students should to summarize, explain and elaborate the various processes of learning. Our next point is introduction of cognitive processes. William Wundt defined that psychology is the study of consciousness. He focused on awareness. Cognitive psychology is one of the branch of psychology which focuses on cognitive processes. Cognitive processes are all those higher level functions of the brain by which we become aware of and understand the world around us. The process like sensation, attention, perception, learning, memory, forgetting, thinking, problem solving, reasoning, decision making, language learning, these are the examples of cognitive processes. Cognitive science, neuroscience, artificial intelligence, computer simulations, these are some branches of the science which are related to cognitive psychology. Cognitive processes affect every aspect of life. It affects on our daily life, on school achievement, on our work or job situation, on our family atmosphere and our relationship also. Our first point is attention. We are going to discuss about meaning and definitions of attention. We continuously sense many stimuli from surrounding through our sense organs. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue or skin, these are our sense organs. These organs work non-stop, sometimes intensely, sometimes non-intensely. These organs do important work like collecting information from stimuli. Now tell me what is meant by stimuli. Stimuli means any object, things, situation, person, concept which makes our sense organs active. However, we do not become aware of all of them at one particular time. We focus and become aware of only few stimuli from them. Therefore, attention is selective process. For example, while you are attending the lecture, you focus and become aware for some part of lecture. That is your attention. Which part of lecture you attend with concentration, you can get knowledge and meaning of that particular part of lecture. And when we get exact meaning of stimuli, that is our perception. Means Without attention, perception will be impossible or it will be errorful. Some of the definitions of attention are as follows. According to Guilford, attention is the process of focusing on one or few objects, person or situations from among many from the field of awareness. As we have discussed now, there are many stimuli include person, things, situations around us. But we get to awareness of some or one of them, that is attention. For example, when we go to party for or function, we meet more person, but our attention goes for particular person, and after some time we remember some people of them. Student, you can write some more examples for attention. Our next definition, according to Norman Mann, attention is the mental process of bringing few stimuli into the center of awareness out of many stimuli present. Attention is the mental process, concentration, awareness about something. There are many stimulus around individual person's sense organs can sense about those stimuli. But after filterization, sense organs pay attention on some stimuli into the center of awareness. For example, on screen there are many colors, but you can get attention immediately for a particular color. Which colors you remember now? Write in your notebook. When we are discussing about attention, may we have question like which factors affecting attention? Some factors like intensity of stimulus, size of stimulus, repetition of stimulus, movement of stimulus. These are related to stimuli characteristics. Some factors are individual related like interest, motives, mindset, emotions, attitudes, etc. Our next point is aspects of attention. In this point, we will learn about span of attention, distraction of attention, division of attention, fluctuation of attention. Span of attention. Span of attention can be described as the total number of stimuli that we can become aware of in a single glance. Our span of attention is very limited. Miller was an American psychologist in 1956 who conducted experiment to know what amount of the data that can be stored in short term memory. He gave some numbers to subjects to read. After few seconds, they asked to recall these numbers. What he observed, 95% individuals were able to remember either 5 numbers or 9 numbers. Between that, some 6, 7, 8 or 9. Average of those number is 7. For a normal adult, the span of attention varies between 5 to 9 digits. Means our short term memory is 7 plus 2 or minus 2. This is the reason why digits in postal pin code or vehicle numbers are never more than 7 to 8 digits. The factors like age, intelligence, practice, experience, habits, etc. may affect the span of attention. Distraction of attention. After focusing on specific stimulus, attention drifts towards another stimulus due to external or internal disturbances. Distraction is the process of diverting attention of an individual or group from desired areas of focus and thereby blocking or diminishing the reception of desired information. For example, while studying, your attention may get distracted due to a film song played in a high volume. Distraction is caused by the lack of ability to pay attention, lack of interest, attractiveness of something other. Here we can see some external sources and internal sources of distractions. For example, external sources like visual triggers, social interaction, music or any sound, text messages, phone calls, etc. Internal sources like hunger, fatigue, illness, worrying, daydreaming, etc. Next point is division of attention. We observe people doing two things simultaneously. We can pay attention on two or more than two tasks. Divided attention could be defined as our brain's ability to attend to two different stimuli at the same time and respond to the multiple demands of our needs. For example, reading newspaper and watching TV while eating, reading and listening music. If a person needs to pay attention to both the tasks simultaneously, then it results into increase in mistakes, decreases in efficiency and confusions, etc. Fluctuation of attention. We cannot pay attention to a single stimulus for a long period of time. The tendency for objects or stimuli to pass in and out of attention even though stimulation is constant. Our attention shifts towards other stimulus for a fraction of time and comes back to the original stimulus. This is known as fluctuation of attention. The factors like fatigue, low interest, attractiveness of other stimulus, etc., may lead to fluctuation of attention. For example, when you pay attention to what your teachers is teaching, your attention temporarily shift to a friend sitting beside you, or when you paying attention or reading, your attention shifts to mobile phone. Students, hope you understood the meaning, definition of attention and various aspects of attention. Today's assignment is explain the various aspects of attention and write your own experiences related to it. Thank you.